how do you feel about Bob Grant's show?
I have been listening to Bob since he came to New York, and Bob is my hero as a show business broadcaster. I disagree with everything he says, and I think he's a bigot.
I don't mind it that Lynn is so far on the left. I think we ought to keep a few people like her around for research, if not for breeding purposes. But let me tell you this. I am delighted that Lynn precedes me, because our station, in my view, has tilted too much to the right. And it's good for me to know that somebody is on ahead of me. But I didn't come into this with a mission. And if anybody's going to sit here and tell you they are doing this because they have a mission, then I think they're frauds, fakes, and phonies.
I'm a fraud, a fake, and a phony.
Well, tell us about,
if you weren't getting paid, you'd still come in.
I did it for years on a non-commercial radio station.
Now, Bob Grant,
and very well. As I told you earlier, several times I nearly drove off the road listening to you.
I really think that surrounded as I am at ABC with people that I consider very far to the right, that I think, I hope I'm teaching people to be more tolerant of gays, of homeless people, of black people, of poor people, and bringing some kind of...
It's time for God to make a primetime appearance on television so that we can stop having all these arguments. All right, well, that's what we have to pray for everybody. You go to shul today, you go to church tomorrow, wherever you go, we have all got to, just ask God to come on television and tell us what the hell we're supposed to do. Everybody would have to let the police search their apartments.
No way. What do you mean? You're going to have police come in looking in your drawers, looking through your personal belongings because they're looking for guns?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, that...
They can... I'll have the policemen in my drawers any day if they would find all the illegal guns in New York.
No.
Oh, please wait for me, Diana. February is the worst month because by February your skin is like flaking off. It's so dry. I'm just like flaking totally. February is the itchiest month. That's what I say.
Yesterday's comment about the month of February being your worst month proves the point.
What?
My belief since I've been listening to you is that you're a flake.
But that's only this month, in March.
But you're a flake all year round.
I hate Perrier. Perrier's Perrier has an attitude, I don't like water. I don't like my water to have an attitude. Perrier, looks back at you and says, ugh, you're not good enough to drink me. You could probably get on Geraldo. Why don't you get on Geraldo and, instead of somebody punching him out, the rat will bite him or something?
They don't bite, though, Lynn.
Oh, I bet you could get anyone to bite Geraldo.
No.
Sociopaths, in my view, are not all murderers or necessarily even people who get caught breaking the law. This phenomena of sociopathic personalities, let me just briefly define it as I see it, are people who have, in essence, no conscience.
Right.
They can do horrendous, evil, awful things that seem to be outrageously violent, and then at another time and situation, deny it totally, with a totally level voice. They can be cheerful and pleasing. This guy Bundy was able to seduce hundreds of women
yes.
and then kill them violently. And
yes.
besides him, people still think he got fan mail while he was in jail. Okay, now, I believe that these sociopathic personalities are precisely the kinds of people who tend in our system to rise to the top of major institutions. The chief qualifications to be high-level hotshot attorney, a high-level government official, head honcho at a corporation is that nothing can faze you. You've got to be able to say whatever needs to be said, deny anything that has to be denied, and then do whatever has to be done, no matter how dirty, no matter how awful it is. What our leaders are doing to us, and what they're doing to the planet and to the future generations, they're bleeping over, if you know what I'm saying, the planet for the benefit of their short-term pleasures and their short-term sense of power. They're messing up the whole planet. They're messing up the whole potential of future generations of people on this planet just for the sake of their power trip and the evil, nasty things they do. And even though we are victims in a sense, we don't want to fully accept our victimness because it would hurt too much. We don't want to believe just how much we're being lied to and bleeped over.
You're on Talk Radio 77.
Yes, hi, Lynn.
Hi.
How are you again?
Okay.
Listen, I was talking to my uncle. My uncle thinks that there was a high family value Mr. Bush's speech. I said, what do you mean? He says, take my two sons. I said, what's the matter with them? I said, hey, brother, he said, one of my sons, he says, come on, Pop, smoke a joint. And his son says, yeah, that's right, Pop, and I'll drive you to the fish market. But then his daughter says, if you go to the fish market, Pop, then take me to the meat market.
Okay, I'm sure you know what you were talking about.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is Lynn Samuels.
Will have to be replaced. What'll they do with those old mares?
The old gray mare, she ain't what she used to be.
If there's anybody that's needed to be stoned, it's these two chicks. And by the way,
Everybody must get stoned. Old Dave Dawson had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a big gun, E-I-E-I-O. With an AK-47 here and an AK...
only you
Oh, only you
would think of that.
can say the news,
There are
Roger
dogs howling
Skippin'.
now.
All the same. You know, so I mean, yeah, Khomeini saw Allah. You know, and when you die, you're going to see the Trinity.
What are you going to die? What are you going to see when you die?
I don't know, because I believe in, like, Buddhism and Christianity, and I believe in, like, so many different things. I don't know. I'm going to see, like, a mishmash of everybody.
You're going to see a little bit of everything, huh?
Yeah.
One, the body of another, and legs of something else?
I get That makes it sound so ridiculous. Yeah, I guess.
It's like mythology, huh?
Yes, I guess.